we were talking about the everything that happened with Southwest.
Mm-hmm.
And we can just get into this up top.
Yeah,
anybody that was affected by travel over the holidays, Andrew came in already and he was like, dude, it was a nightmare. And this is my only premise, because the whole thing was a disaster, right?
Yeah.
Everything was undone. Everything was, the life kind of, what was most important for everybody kind of came undone. And we were talking about in the airport, dude, there were so many videos going around about like, people were like sharing food with each other. People were like singing Christmas carols. People were like helping other people. There was like flight attendants that were like stuck in the airport for 3 days. Like when something horrific happens, humanity kind of like people were helping each other try to find their bags. And when one guy, you saw this one video, one guy had his bag and then everybody celebrated. It was like everybody's going like the best of humanity kind of comes out.
Yeah.
And it's the same way I go, and I told my girlfriend, I go, it's the same kind of feeling, like, not to be disrespectful, but remember like the year or a couple years after 9/11?
Yes.
I don't know how to verbalize this, but everyone was so friendly and kind, and that we all kind of like put our differences aside, and we were all like united, and it was like, God bless. But never forever. There was when tragedy happens, and then it comes undone. And I go, yeah, we got too many people being like, my cat's a vegan, and like, and I go, maybe we don't need another, like maybe another, like we don't need another 9/11.
Careful.
I know, no, not another opt out, but like something where like everybody like. Man, when people like, it's same with
COVID was supposed to be that. I feel like COVID was supposed to be. Because do you remember back in like 2001, 2002, after 9/11? You remember how hard the national anthem hit?
Oh, dude,
it was like if it wasn't on the top of the charts, it was in the top of the charts in our hearts.
Yeah.
Like oh my
everybody
goodness,
was standing up.
That anthem hit so hard.
Like when those floods happened in Tennessee. Remember that Morgan Wallen had a show. And to raise money, everybody was bringing food. Everybody was kind of coming together. Everybody. And that's like, you see that a bunch.
Yeah. I thought COVID was gonna have that effect, and I think it did for maybe like 2 weeks.
Yeah, maybe for a couple weeks, and everybody's like, Then there's a lot of after. The delay, and then you see the same with the Bills game last night. Which was just I think all I wanted to do was like just talk to my buddies, my closest friends, and be like, dude, and share some kind of like
my group chat popped off.
Yeah,
we all started
in a way that, hey, like we all like life is short, like love each other. Like, dude, if you have like why this has got a little too introspective, but like, dude, if you got unforgiveness in your heart, like let that go, like. When you're staring at life like that, then now, and it's almost not even been 24 hours, and the bad parts are now coming out about it. Like the conspiracy theories and all that. I go, God, you got to just put that aside, for a little bit.
Yeah, it's hard too, because I'm thinking like back to the Southwest thing. There's a level of like inconvenience that before it gets to a threshold, where it's now like a real chaotic instance, I'll just be annoyed.
Just annoyed.
Like if I'm in one of those airports over the holidays, I'm gonna be just annoyed. I don't want to sing carols with people.
But if the world comes to an end,
if it got dangerous all of a sudden, now it's all of us in the
same way. Same with football. It's like you have an injury,
right?
A guy gets a broken leg, and you're like, all right,
cart him off. Let's take care of it.
But then when you're looking at life, like when you have a delay, everybody's in the worst mood. But if everybody in there, it's snowing, everybody in there is canceled. They're like, how many bagels do we have left at the thing? Like, let's, like if we're looking at death, you're not looking at death, but like if you're looking at like
survival,
then it
I think
switches.
What's his name?
That's a great way to put it.
Booger on ESPN was talking during the delay last night, and he was saying like, we as football players deal with injuries, and like we know what that is. We sign up for that. But when they're talking about like he's not breathing, now it's different. Life and death.
Then we
like
switch,
that's the flip of the switch.
Switch over to like, hey, we don't care about this game anymore.
Right? Yeah.
I did. Perfect example. I went to the WWE last night.
There you go.
I went to Monday Night Raw.
Oh yeah, dude. How raw was it?
It was raw,
Wow.
dude. Okay. What? What? All right.
Great segue.
Well, have we talked about this in here before?
Wrestling?
Yeah. Okay. So my buddy Luke Laird, I'll drop his name because he'd be proud of this.
Heck yeah.
Luke Laird, he's a songwriter here in town. We should get him on the pod sometime.
Yeah.
One of the most smart guy. He goes, what is everybody's criticism about wrestling?
It's scripted.
It's fake.
Yeah.
Scripted. It's not real. It's a show.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, we know. Like, yeah, we know. Maybe the dumb guy is the guy that thinks that they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, like NASCAR's just go fast and turn left. Yeah, we know.
Mm-hmm.
We know. And we're like, everybody in there last night, time of their life.
Yeah.
Having the time.
It's a show.
I got up.
It's fun.
I was cheering. They go 1, 2. Oh, he almost pinned him. But and there's like, I was sitting next to guys that love wrestling.
Yeah.
And I was asking questions like, who is this guy? Who's this guy? Everybody seems to love this guy. They don't like this, like the protagonist, antagonist. And I was like, and then these two women were fighting. She and then they were
in the ring or in the stands.
Yeah, both. Yeah, no, in the ring.
In the box.
In the ring. Yeah, it was weird, dude. Yeah, in my row.
Yeah.
All right, so the one girl was bleeding.
Yep.
And I was like, you could see it I go, is that real? And they go,
Mm-hmm.
oh, yeah, that's real. I go, okay, what?
Yeah, hold on a sec.
What? That's real? They're like, yeah, they get injured all the time because you falling from 15 feet on another person.
Yeah.
I go, oh. And then she got pinned, and then they brought out paramedics came out with a stretcher. I was like, is that real? And they were like, no. I go, dude. My brain is so stimulated. It was 3 hours. I was invested.
How do I keep up with
I was like, this is incredible.
Yeah.
And so I go, how do you know it's not real? I was like, well, the one girl came out and the paramedic tried to put a neck brace on her, and she was like, oh, and then she threw it off and then continued fighting the girl.
Nice, yeah.
I was like, this is unbelievable.
I've never been to one. I'd love to see
incredible.
one. That's awesome.
It was incredible. But it's the same with the mat is padded or whatever, and then they're like
right.
They're hitting, but it's the same thing. The illusion of he's jumping from off the top of the ladder.
Those falls and stuff are crazy, man. When they go like through the tables and all, like you're still going through the table might be weakened, but like you're still going through a table.
And I was just like, all right. So then the Hardy, Michael Hardy, was sitting in the front row, and he was like
the artist, not the
real artist, the real musician, friend of ours, was, and he was like promoting his album, and he had a guitar, and the song was playing, and he was kind of like picking along with it, and I was like, that's weird for him to have a guitar
in the
stands.
Yeah, it is.
But the next fighter was like he was like got this guy pinned, and he was looking around for like something, and Michael Hardy stood up with the guitar, and I went out of my mind.
That's sick.
I was like, what?
That's so sick.
And he came up. Michael Hardy came up with the guitar.
No way.
Gave the other guy the guitar, smashed it over him, and then security took Hardy out.
No way.
But as a joke.
Yeah.
But I go, this is better than anything. This is incredible,
dude. It's a soap opera.
It was
like
incredible.
That's awesome writing.
It was amazing.
To be like, how do we tie this in?
Whoever did that, what do you call it, like a product placement?
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
Yeah,
it was a brilliant minded
great
marketing,
brand integration,
whatever you call it.
Yeah.
And I go, I was walking out, and I was at the merch table, obviously getting merch.
Right,
let's go, baby.
For sure.
And I go, and that guy goes, I've never been. This is incredible. I'm getting some merch. He goes, what do you think about it? And he goes, yeah, it was a great show. And he said show, not game. Competition, match. He said it's a great show. And I go, oh, yeah, so y'all are all in. Y'all are, maybe I'm the idiot. The Amish.
You think so?
They got it worked out, dude.
Because they just say, let's keep this pure.
I don't know what kind of religious practice I could have where I could have this and also be Amish. But if there was one, I would do that one.
You might have to start that
Bro,
one.
these people got it figured out.
Yeah.
Amish people have it figured out.
You had some Amish culture on your story over the weekend.
Yeah, I go down every year. We go down to Sarasota, Florida with the Pinecraft where all the Amish, it's like Amish Las Vegas.
Nice.
So they can kind of loosen up a little bit down there.
What does Amish loosening up look like?
Like they can have a bike with a electric.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Well, I learned that they can't have like electric power, but they can have battery. Batteries chill.
So they can. So can they have Teslas?
Oh yeah,
They probably could. Right?
Yeah, because they have to plug it in
right
somewhere.
So that's the rule. If you can plug it in, you can have it.
No, because that operates on the battery. Like bikes that have batteries,
okay.
You can roll. You're allowed to have those.
Okay,
down there,
right?
Maybe not up in Indiana.
It's outside their jurisdiction, so it's okay.
But we went to this like volleyball. They had like a volleyball.
That
tournament.
looks sick.
It was wild. It was packed. Okay, there's thousands of people there, 150 teams. It was the Amish versus the English. The English, I'm English.
Okay,
but we have the roots.
Does English just mean non-Amish?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like So, and we were out
the
there.
Amish and the infidels.
It was all. it was a all day tournament. We went out there like midnight.
Yeah.
And I was with my cousin who lives in Indianapolis. He goes, dude, this is incredible. He's like, everybody's so peaceful. They have like their own kind of community. They're kind of not a piece of trash on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And my buddy who lives in Indy goes, dude, this 1 a.m. This was in Indy. It had already been shot up 4 times.
Sheesh. And
he said, not a piece of trash on the ground, not a police officer in sight.
Wow.
Because I go, if anyone is against this in America, like we should all be in support of all the programs that our government has to rein in and police and look after certain, like it's not these people. These people are peaceful.
Yeah.
They're healthy. They take care of themselves. They police each other.
They don't use up a lot of power from the grid.
Zero from the grid. I go, and you talk about like at night, they all just go out and play shuffleboard and play volleyball at night. And it's packed. Everybody's out there. And I go, to get high, dopamine high, yeah. I need more than this.
You need danger.
I need some stimulation. Yeah. I need television, cell phone. Like back when I was in my darkest days, alcohol.
Yeah.
I'm like, these people to get the dopamine rush, all they gotta do is roll a 10 on shuffleboard.
The clips that you posted, 2 takeaways. One, it looked like a One Tree Hill episode.
It was.
In the best way.
It was.
The park was packed. Like it was one of those things where you're like, this happens in movies, but you would never be able to get these people together.
It was that.
And then 2, talent, dude.
Yeah.
The serve that you put on your story was downward angle and hard.
Yeah, like this guy. Yeah.
Firm.
Somebody goes like Stanford should be there. They wouldn't never do that. They wouldn't go to Stanford.
They should at least give them a look.
Yeah, they should at least give them a look. These guys are athletes.
Yeah.
Built.
Yeah.
Amish people are built. Do you know the Instagram update?
Yeah.
With like the thing, like with the status updates.
The notes in the DM tab?
It's in the DM tab and it's
at
like
the top.
It's like an old school like Facebook.
It's like an AOL away message.
Yeah. That's it. It's like a throwback for those of you that remember those days.
Yep.
Yeah. And somebody's was like, go complete do the poll on my latest reel. I go, dude, y'all gotta start forgiving your parents, dude. How many more ways of affirmation do I have to give you?
Yeah.
And like, this is just another way of, and I say this all the time, I am on this train with you.
Mm-hmm.
I am also on the needing affirmation from strangers.
For sure.
But my goodness,
it's
dude.
Another way. That was what I thought when I saw it. I was like, oh, great, another
no one
thing.
Has anything to say.
No one
on
asked
there
for this.
Anyway.
Yeah.
No one has anything of value. Actually, that's not true. Some people, I have a living because of it.
Mm-hmm.
There is value there, and we like to go to it. It was like, it's when somebody has like they post a photo and then they post it on their story, like covered up with like a heart. It's like, check out my latest post. Stop it, dude. Just What do you do, dude? Like, how bad do you need? Like, can I give you a hug?
I know that all the people that I follow are in an older demo too, because everybody immediately just started posting things that were reminiscent of that AIM chat away messages, like going out, phone's good, out with friends, hit it, like that type of stuff. Which I loved. I got a good laugh out of it. Yeah, kind of. It was like, wow, this is now like nostalgic.
But then you go like, check out my latest reel.
Yeah, get lost. Yeah, take a walk.
Save it.
No,
dude. Tough sell.
Unfollow.
Every tagline we have on this podcast, all of them.
Yes.
You're like, okay, you made a reel. You put the reel on your story. Now you got it. It's like, now we have 3 things to mute. That's it. How we got to mute another thing?
Yeah,
I got to mute another. I guess if you muted their stories, that wouldn't come up. I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
But there's some people that you don't hear from, and they were active on that for some reason. You hadn't seen them in forever.
They found another way. They found a side door to come in and get you.
They're like,
oh, you thought you were safe.
Oh, you thought you blocked me? I'm back. You're in the DMs now with the status updates?
Wild, dude.
Have you ever been a part of any service where there's like an invitation to get saved?
Yeah.
Okay, so they say
my church growing up did it every
How
week.
Would they do it?
Usually be like end of the sermon, right before they go into worship to close. It would be like, hey, if you like what you've heard today, blah, 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 if you're compelled to give your life to Christ, you want to provide an opportunity right now to do so.
And how would you do it?
They would say, like, we're going to spend some time in prayer right now. Okay. Worship team's going to come up. They're going to play a song while they're playing.
Yeah.
Everybody would be like, heads bowed, eyes closed. Like, if you feel like you want to come up to the front.
Okay. Perfect. That's perfect.
Got it.
We didn't set this up, right?
No.
Okay. So what? All right.
I'm nervous.
What? No. You're right. Because like I went to this Christmas Eve service, very like the commercial.
Okay.
Very commercial. Okay. So he does the invitation to get. He's like, if you related to, if you feel whatever. He goes. I want everyone to take out their cell phone. Everyone take out their cell phone. So,
come on.
So everyone gets out their cell phone, and he goes, text. Hold on.
Come on, dude.
Hold on. Hold on. He goes, text this number, and we'll like get you saved. Hold on, dude. Wait. And then, but he goes, well, we wanted to do because that was us growing up.
Right.
It was stand up and come forward.
Yeah.
In front of your peers.
Confessing before man.
You acknowledge it before, come forward.
Yeah.
And then when I got into my 20s, it was raise your hand.
Yep.
It was raise your hand and repeat after me. You remember repeat after me?
Yep.
And then it was repeat after me, but let's all say it.
Yeah.
So these people are audibly,
right?
Because I think there is a verse about declaring your faith, acknowledge your faith before men, and God will acknowledge you in heaven.
Right.
Okay. So you're like, well, let's all do it. And then it was, okay, just text. And then they're like, well, if you get out your phone during the text to get saved, everyone's going to be like,
right. They're going to know.
And so then they're like, everyone get out your, and I go, my only prayer is like, it's getting a little too easy to get saved. Yeah. It's getting a little too easy to get saved.
They've really lowered the bar. Really for lowered salvation.
The bar. The first time, quote, salvations existed. It was not in the Old Testament because they believed in, it was believing in Jesus. Mm-hmm. When Jesus came, he goes, hey, all of this life, leave it and come with me.
Yeah.
Just, hey, your house, your job, your family.
Yeah.
We're going.
For 3 years.
They
had to follow that dude for 3 years.
We're going.
Yeah.
And then it was like, people were being like, hey, are you like people were like declaring that and getting, like, are you a Christian, getting killed, getting martyred for their faith, and all throughout history of people making these proclamations. And then it was like, it's just
swipe up for Jesus.
I'm not, again, this is a tricky subject to because if you do believe in that Jesus on the cross and the guy next to him goes, I believe that you are who you say you are. Yeah. And he acknowledged that, and he goes, you will be with me in paradise, in heaven. And so you go,
well, that was easy.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, and if the salvation process, I go, but where is it going? Because this is where, it used to be.
Do you think they get to like, just think?
Yeah, no,
right
really.
Now.
Just like, we're not going to have like, I have a joke on my show. It's like, we're not have like, it was like, first of all, it's bread. And then it was like gluten-free bread. And then it was like a wafer. And then it was just like, just take a deep breath and think about bread. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like like, that's a joke in my show.
Just manifest yourself.
Yeah, just manifest
bread now.
Yeah, like I go, that's the first time because it was a very, like, Christmas is when everybody comes there. Mm-hmm. So this is they want to make it as easy as possible to get saved.
It's a very easily digestible sermon.
Yeah, and
it's for the holiday package.
It's a holiday. Yeah.
They're just coming in for the holiday.
It's the first one. They don't really activate you until later. Yeah.
Your sleeper cell Christian.
Yeah. You're technically in, but you're not on the team.
Right.
But so you go, no one wants to go, everybody knows stand and come forward. Mm-hmm. And that church was so big. It was 3,000 people in there. You just practically you can't.
Yeah, if you're at Joel Osteen's church and
you're down there,
you're in the 300s, and he says, "Come forward, we'll give you about an hour and a half."
Dude, I did that. I went to a Billy Graham crusade when I was like 10.
Nice.
And it was at the Georgia Dome, and they had a come forward.
No,
yes,
way.
They did. They did.
I feel like that's not safe.
They had you're like, dude, there's a long time to talk yourself out of that. On the going all down the walkway.
Yes,
you're like, that's a 10-minute trip,
easy,
and it was very open in the front, so they knew a lot of people were going to come forward. He said, if you believe in Christ, stand to your feet and come down here. Mm-hmm. Is wild.
That's a long walk.
I was going to, January 1, I decided not to do it, but maybe we'll talk about it.
Okay.
How many people do you follow on Instagram?
Probably around 1,000.
I can check. I'm going to look. Yeah, look. I follow 794.
Nice.
How many you, Andrew? Can you look?
I follow 975.
Okay. That's about, all right. Andrew?
729.
Okay. What if we unmuted everybody?
Unmuted?
Yeah. Do you mute people?
I don't think I have many people muted.
Oh, really? Do you? Wait, it's only me?
I can think of like 3.
What?
Dude, I'll be honest. I'm pretty liberal with that unfollow button.
Okay, so you just unfollow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I feel like there's a lot of like professional like relationships or like.
Yeah, that's fair.
What'd you say? Oh, I thought you said Emily. I go, whoa, dude. He said family.
Yeah, dude, she's the worst.
He's like, unfollow. He goes, Emily. Whoa. I don't even know who an Emily is, but I go, what's a wild thing to say?
That was after he said, I could think of 3.
Yeah, Emily.
3 Emilys.
I just get bothered by everything. Everything bothers me.
You? No.
Yeah, like obviously, yeah. Everybody bothers me, and I was going to unmute everybody.
How many people do you think you have muted?
500.
500?
Yes.
And you follow 7 something?
Yes.
So 75% of the people that you follow, you've muted.
Yes. I bother me, dude. I would mute myself if I could, dude. I muted people in my family, dude.
Oh my God.
Am I a bad person for this? I'm just having a realization.
It's just an astounding percentage of the
maybe
people.
Not 500. It's most of them.
That's a lot. Do you give them a shot, or do you like the moment you follow them also mute them?
That's what I wanted to do.
Okay,
is give everybody because some people have been muted for 5 years. I go, maybe they've grown. Yes, dude, maybe they've grown. Maybe they're different.
Okay, I like this,
but it's gonna mess up my algorithm. Yes. I don't know what's gonna be in there.
Yeah, your feed's gonna be trash.
And this is why I thought I was gonna do it, because I pay attention to the things that bother me. Like, why does that bother you?
Love that.
Like, some things don't, because it stirs up something in me.
Yes,
it stirs up my own. I don't like that.
Yep.
Or people just getting on with the things we talk about all day in here. People just getting on the internet.
That.
And I am kind of like that.
Yeah.
So when I see people doing it, it's a reflection of myself in the mirror, and I don't want like somebody posting about something that doesn't affect me. I just could see it and like, it doesn't bother.
Sure.
I've been followed a lot of people and just friendly content and they're posting about their days or their kids, and every now and then it's like some people like repost stuff that I think is hilarious. And it's a good quality follow.
I think that's hilarious to think about unmuting all those
So
people.
you have like a handful of people muted.
Yeah.
You just unfollow them. Maybe I should do that.
Yeah. I've had conversations with people where they've said, which by the way, this is the worst thing to say to somebody.
I've had
why did you unfollow me?
I've had that too.
Don't say that.
Don't say
But if you do say that, be prepared for the answer. Because I've said to people,
know.
I just wasn't really interested in what you were posting.
Gosh, dude.
Rip the Band-Aid off.
How did Maggie take that?
Dude, I don't know. She's still paying rent somehow.
I was, that's like the girl asking, like, why'd you break up with me? It's like, I was like, well,
do you really want to know?
You don't want to know.
Because I'll tell you.
I don't want to know. Just unfollow.
Maggie probably has me muted, by the way.
Here, look.
I'm really thinking about this. She probably has me muted.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look at this, dude. This is my...
75% of people is wild.
Everybody bothers me.
That's
dude.
insane.
Everybody bothers me. Okay, well, I wanted to do one other exercise with you.
Okay.
Because we'll debate this on next week.
Okay.
I've had a lot of debate back and forth on all sides of this issue. And other people, you're more than welcome to do it as well. Tipping. There's nobody can figure this out.
Okay.
Nobody can figure this out. The tipping culture in America.
It's weird right now.
It's just, and also in other countries, nobody does it.
Yeah.
Nobody does it.
Right.
Okay. And the tipping culture these days is wild. And so just document, all I want you to do is just document every time you've tipped in the next week. And then we'll just discuss it. Andrew, you do it too.
What are we making note of? What types of things?
Is that the automatic? Does it what the person like? If you go to a restaurant, the person serving you does great service, tip.
Yep.
Valet, tip.
Yep.
I got the pedicure, tip.
Yep.
I was at the airport, and the guy in the thing, I got a drink, swiped it, and
he asked for a tip.
No, he didn't ask. He's like, "Can I have a tip?" The thing was on the iPad. The switch, the
kiosk
Square,
at the airport?
Square does it. And I go,
No tip.
and it's usually 10, 15, or 20 are the three options. I got a haircut,
Yeah.
a tip.
Yeah.
And you have to go to other and then go to 0. And I did it.
I'm not mad at that.
But then-
you're
but
talking
then
about
there's
at the kiosk at the
at the
airport? I'm not
kiosk.
mad at
There's
that.
a lot of people.
All he did was this.
He didn't even do that. I got the drink. I got the drink.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people, like if you posted this clip, it's going to be like that you could tell that guy never worked in retail or service industry. Like,
Sure.
no, I did.
Yeah.
I was a valet all through college. I worked in fast food. What I guess I want to hear from is the people at those registers. Because when you tip someone $20 and they take it, put it in their pocket,
Yep.
a valet, someone that's running their own business, that I think that's going to them. Does the money come to that guy at the airport
I think so.
on his check
I think so because I think he's clocked in.
and at that register?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay.
I think it gets clocked as his. We run Square here at the studio
Yep.
for people who come in and book.
Okay.
That is an option. So like the
tip.
tips based on who is clocked in
Yep.
on the register at that point,
Okay.
it factors that in.
Okay. And then but why are they insecure about it then?
Who?
They don't want to look at you.
Yeah. Well,
And then
it's awkward.
it's awkward. And then the other argument is, well, just pay your employees more.
Yeah.
And take us out of this.
Right.
And if this candy bar was 10% more and you pay the guy more, don't involve my
So you'd rather see
morality.
prices of things go up?
But everybody's probably not like that. And everybody goes, just tip them. I go, well, just put it in there. I have to make a moral, ethical conclusion about this person.
Yeah.
And I don't have one.